What do I think of the skill difference between CS pros and Val pros? I think it's a different skill set for sure. Because it's a lot of knowledge about rotations and shit that Val players don't really need to think about. Val players also have to like 180 and shit a lot more because of some of the abilities. They have to move their crosshair a lot more, but there's a lot more like bullshit spam kills because the lanes of the map are like tiny. And it feels like the player models take up large percentages of like the actual movable areas. So you see a lot of spam kills in Val, a lot of like util type kills. So that eases things as well. It's just a totally different skill set. I'm not going to lie. CS, the kills are harder to get, truthfully. Like, I feel like in Val, I can play like old man YMCA post up, like shoot a 3 type. Oh, fuck. In CS, you have to fucking like grind out your kills. There's a lot of discussion, by the way, about like max rounds and shit and how long the games are in CS. I kind of fuck with these 12 round halves. I'm not gonna lie. MR12, like old school days.
Yeah, I don't mind MR12.
It makes the OT feel weird when you play like 6 rounds of OT and it's 1/4 of the game, you know?
I
But
like that OT way more than
I do
MR1.
too.
MR1 is not what I want.
Yeah, because Counter-Strike is more of an economy game, and it's a lot deeper than just like winning the round on skill. You don't have to worry about ults and shit. I like the 3-round OT, so it's weird. I also, after having been in Valorant for a long time, and this is something Dan and I gave the devs really early on as advice, to be honest, like when we were on broadcast, it is very hard to storytell in Valorant as a caster because of the barriers and the ults. You know, like, unlike CS where you spawn in the same place across the map from CTs or Ts, in Valorant you could be like all on the C barrier or all on the A barrier, or you could have like neon ult going fucking B and like you're planting in like 10 seconds, you know? And thus the storytelling from a casting perspective, like the ebbs and flows of how you tell the story of the game, it almost feels like you're always redlining it. And that makes it feel like a group stage game in Valorant is the same as a grand final, in my opinion. And that hurts the game a lot. In my, like, this is something Dan and I said like 5 years ago. That's something that people don't understand because they're not casters and they don't tell the story of the game. But that is something that hurts the game a little bit, in my opinion. Like in CS, you could have like the casters like breathe. They can like tell jokes in the round because they're kind of long, they're kind of drawn out. There's eco rounds where you can kind of like focus on other things, like macro perspective of the entire tournament. You know, like you can zoom out and take a breath. And from a storytelling perspective, that's very important. Whereas in Valorant, those eco rounds are always winnable because of like a jet blade storm or fucking some crazy shit. What did change in CS compared to 50 years ago? The nades are significantly different. Obviously, shooting holes in smokes, shit like that. Smokes are significantly different. I think there's a lot that's different. Like when you play the game, you feel the differences. It's how the players move, how the nades throw. Even the map layouts are slightly different. I still haven't seen a train game. Like I can't wait to see it if this goes 3. I want it to go 3 so bad. Seems like Messi. Oh, that's how Zershin died.
Yeah, I love that.
That was really
I
clean.
love that difference, or that part of CS2, the dynamic smokes.
It is really sick.
The smokes themselves are super powerful. Like they're incredibly disorienting, and like you just can't go through them really.
I like watching all these teamwork plays at the top level right now with people like spamming the fringes of them and shit. Watching Donk like just shoot like 1 and 2 bullets like on Dust 2 through random smokes to know if like people are pushing, say like Xbox mid. I was watching him closely, dude. It's actually so impressive. Like people clear shit out really well. Like you don't have to blow it up like that.
Berlin's been having a patrol lower, watching for these drops at the start of